I want to talk about urges. So maybe you have worries or urges and worry about the future and find yourself constantly seizing up from fear or worry. Or maybe food is your thing and you sometimes eat an entire bag of chips in one go because that's what you've always done. So you just keep doing it. I might know about this. It might be anger and you go absolutely bonkers every time a driver cuts you off. Or maybe this is you. Do you tell yourself just one more last drink or smoke or look, and then for real this time, you'll seriously never do it again? I'm here to tell you that you can really get through to the other side of an urge or an impulse without acting on it, regardless of the urge. So in your brain, you have over 100 billion neurons. Every neuron has its own little consciousness and purpose for being there, and it's continuously developing based on your unique experiences. These neurons connect electrically to other neurons. Actually, if you could watch what's going on in there, it would look like a lightning storm with electrical jolts of light going from receptor to receptor up and down these neurological paths. And some of these neurons have a very specific job, believe it or not, of doing whatever it takes to get you to follow through and act out on your urges. So they'll reward you with chemicals that feel really good when you follow the urge pattern to completion. And they'll create stress-inducing chemicals, hello amygdala, getting all riled up, when you don't complete the pattern. These habit patterns could be anything, but let's say, here's a great example, that your thing is anger or rage. At one point or another, these angry feelings proved helpful to you in some way. I mean, anger is really strong emotion, so it may have temporarily minimized some sadness or other discomfort, or given you a sense of power and control when you felt weak. Whatever it was, those neurons have learned that anger is something that helps you feel better. So for efficiency's sake, it will even begin to push you toward anger as a way to deal with every situation that might be difficult. So here's the craziest part of all of this. Since neurochemistry is involved in your brain's reward process, chemicals are being made and released inside of you during this entire thing, which means that even if you aren't physically ingesting addictive substances, your body is making chemicals during this pattern-creating party, and your body eventually wants more of those chemicals. And in order to get them, it will try to set you up and throw out triggers. In this case, to try to get you to be angry again. Sneaky tactics are used too by the brain, like memories of past things that made you angry, or showing you weaknesses in people to help justify reasons to get angry, or even just agitation or anxiety that will try to help push you towards conflict. Unfulfilled urges are distressing for a reason. So your fire temper isn't necessarily because of your red hair. It's because of the way just those neurons are wired. And over time, each time you follow through and satisfy that urge to respond on those feelings of anger, those connections get stronger and stronger, which is why you feel stuck. Don't give up, because your brain can absolutely be rewired and make way for new positive neuron chains to be formed that will work towards your greater good. Your brain has equal ability to pull you over and over toward exercise and healthy living and eating and prioritizing and even spirituality. Here's how to start on that path. The next time you get triggered and feel an unhealthy urge, make a different choice, even just a little bit of a different choice. Do it differently. Every time you do, you literally begin to rewire those connections in your brain and reduce the pull of that behavior. Next time, that urge will be less and less. And that is what I'm going to help you do, is get through that urge without acting on it. One of the best things about going through this process and choosing differently in favor of what you want most instead of giving in to what feels good in the moment is that in overcoming the path to addiction, you also master fundamental skills that will serve you in every area of your life. You don't want to finally quit smoking just to swap over to an eating addiction. As you learn to overcome urges, you start to fill the emptiness that got you there in the first place. And you heal a little bit every time as you move towards wholeness. Here's to you.